I just got off a cruise where I saw a couple spend $3,000 on extras they didn't need. Meanwhile, the couple next to them spent $200 and had just as good of a time. The cruise industry wants you to believe you need all these add-ons, but here's the truth. Some upgrades are absolute game changers, and others are complete money traps. Today, I'm breaking down exactly what's worth your money and what you should skip in 2026. What's up, everyone? If you've ever looked at your cruise bill on the last day and thought, how did I spend this much? This video is for you. We're going through drink packages, Wi-Fi, specialty dining, shore excursions, and more. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where to spend and where to save. So hit that subscribe button because we're about to save you serious money. But before we get into it, I need to know, what's the most you've ever spent on cruise extras? Drop a number in the comments. No judgment here. I once spent $800 on photos I never even printed. Let's get into it. Let's start with the biggest question. Are drink packages worth it? The short answer? It depends on how much you actually drink. Here's the math. Most cruise lines charge $65 to $90 per person, per day for an unlimited drink package. That's $455 to $630 per person for a 7-day cruise. Individual drinks cost $12 to $15 for cocktails, $8 to $10 for beer, and $3 to $5 for soda. When it's worth it? If you drink 5 or more drinks per day. If you drink specialty coffees, smoothies, and fresh juices throughout the day. If you like trying different cocktails without worrying about the cost. If you're on a cruise line that includes gratuity in the package price. When to skip it. If you only drink wine with dinner. If you're fine with water, lemonade, and iced tea, which are free. If you're on a short 3 or 4 day cruise where you won't drink enough to break even. If your cruise line makes both passengers in a cabin buy the package, this ruins the value. Pro tip: some cruise lines let you buy the package before you sail at a discount. If you know you'll want it, book it early and save 10 to 20%. Now the next one is going to surprise you because everyone thinks they need it. But I'm going to show you why it's actually a waste of money for 90% of cruisers. Specialty restaurants on cruise ships look amazing. Steakhouses, Italian, sushi, French cuisine, and they charge $25 to $75 per person on top of your cruise fare. When it's worth it, if it's a special occasion like an anniversary or birthday. If you're on a longer cruise, 10+ days, and want variety. If the main dining room food quality is below your standards. If you're getting a dining package that includes multiple restaurants at a discount. When to skip it. If the main dining room already has great food, it usually does. If you're on a short cruise where you'll barely eat in the main dining room anyway. If you can't get reservations for the time you want. If you're paying full price without a package deal. Here's the truth. The main dining room food on most cruise lines is really good. You're not missing out by skipping the $50 steakhouse. But if it's your honeymoon, splurge on one special dinner. Just don't feel pressured to eat at specialty restaurants every night. Let's talk about cruise ship Wi-Fi in 2026. Here's some good news. It's finally getting better thanks to Starlink. Some cruise lines are rolling out faster, more reliable connections. The bad news? Prices haven't dropped at all. Most cruise lines still charge $15 to $35 per day for Wi-Fi. For a week-long cruise, that's $105 to $245 per person, when it's worth it. If you need to work remotely or check emails for business, if you have family emergencies or situations that require you to stay connected, if you're traveling solo and want to stay in touch with people back home, if multiple people split one package, some cruise lines allow multiple devices. If your cruise line has upgraded to Starlink and you'll actually get decent speeds, when to skip it. If you're trying to truly disconnect and enjoy your vacation. If you can wait until port days to use free Wi-Fi at cafes or restaurants. If you only need to check in once a day, use port Wi-Fi. If the cruise line charges per device and you'd need multiple packages. My take? Unless you absolutely need it for work, skip it. Use your vacation to actually disconnect. Your emails will still be there when you get back. If you must have it, buy the smallest package and use it sparingly. The Starlink upgrades are nice, but you're still paying premium prices for what should be a basic service in 2026. Shore excursions are where cruise lines make a ton of money. They mark up tours by 30 to 50% compared to booking directly or using third-party companies. A cruise line snorkeling tour might cost $120. The same tour booked independently? $70. When cruise line excursions are worth it. If you're going to remote or unfamiliar ports where you don't know the area, if the excursion requires special access, like private islands or restricted sites, if you have mobility issues and need accessible transportation, if you value the guarantee that the ship will wait for you if the excursion runs late, when to book independently. Popular ports where you feel comfortable exploring: Cozumel, Nassau, St. Thomas. Simple activities like beach days or city walking tours. When you find a reputable third-party company with great reviews. When the price difference is significant, $50+ per person. My strategy: book one cruise line excursion for a port I don't know. Book independently for ports I'm familiar with. And for some ports, just walk off the ship and explore on your own for free. You don't need a tour for every single port. Sometimes the best experiences are just wandering around, finding local food and soaking in the culture. Cruise ship photographers are everywhere. Embarkation photos, dinner photos, deck photos, formal night photos, and they charge $15 to $30 per digital photo. The photo packages usually run from $200 to $600 depending on how many photos you want. When it's worth it, if you're terrible at taking photos and want professional shots, if it's a special trip like a family reunion or milestone celebration, if you actually print and display photos, most people don't. When to skip it? If you have a decent phone camera, if you're comfortable asking other passengers to take photos of you, if you're never going to look at the photos again after the cruise. Real talk. In 2026, phone cameras are incredible. You don't need to spend $400 on professional cruise photos, unless you're really going to treasure them. Buy one or two of your favorite shots if you want. Skip the full package. Alright, the next three are rapid fire, and one of them is a total scam that cruise lines hope you don't notice. Pay attention. Cruise lines love to offer cabin upgrades at check-in or even during the cruise, when it's worth it. If the upgrade to a balcony is less than $50 per night, if you're moving from an inside cabin to an ocean view or balcony for a reasonable price, if you're upgrading to a suite and the perks, priority boarding, specialty dining credits, are included, when to skip it. If you're being asked to pay $300+ to move up one category. If the upgrade is to a different deck but the same cabin type. If you're on a short cruise and won't spend much time in your cabin anyway. Pro move. Sometimes the best upgrades come after you book. Sign up for price alerts and rebook if the price drops. Or wait for last-minute upgrade offers that are actually reasonable. Okay, unpopular opinion time. Travel insurance for cruises is almost always worth it. Yes, it adds $100 to $300 to your trip cost. But here's what it covers. Trip cancellations due to illness, weather, or emergencies. Medical emergencies on the ship or in port evacuation costs. If you need to be airlifted, this can cost tens of thousands. Lost luggage or travel delays. When it's absolutely worth it. If you're cruising during hurricane season, if you or anyone in your family has health issues, if your cruise is expensive, $3,000+, if you booked far in advance and life circumstances could change when you might skip it. If you're young, healthy, and on a cheap last-minute cruise. If your credit card already provides trip coverage, check the terms. My take. I buy it every time. I've seen too many people lose thousands because they got sick 2 days before the cruise and had no insurance. It's peace of mind. Cruise ship spas are beautiful, relaxing, and outrageously expensive. Massages run $80 to $200. Facials are $100 to $250, and they will upsell you on products aggressively. When it's worth it, if you book on port days or sea days when they offer discounts, sometimes 30 to 40% off. If it's a special treat and you've budgeted for it, if you're genuinely going to enjoy and appreciate the experience, when to skip it. If you can get the same service on land for half the price before or after your cruise. If you're only doing it because you should on vacation. If the pushy sales tactics make you uncomfortable. Alternative, some ports have amazing spas at a fraction of the cost. Do your research and book a massage in port instead. I'm going to be blunt. The casino is designed to take your money. I'm going to be blunt. The casino is designed to take your money. If you enjoy gambling as entertainment and you're spending money you can afford to lose, go for it. It's fun. But if you're gambling because you think you're going to win big, stop. The house always wins. Set a budget. Decide how much you're okay losing, and when it's gone, walk away. Don't chase losses. Don't put your cruise expenses on a credit card to keep playing. And definitely don't skip meals or port days because you're glued to a slot machine. Gamble for fun, not for profit. All right, we're almost done. Drop a comment with the one cruise expense you'll never pay for again. I want to hear your horror stories. Here's the thing about gratuities. They're not optional on most cruise lines, even though they call them automatic gratuities. Most cruise lines charge $12 to $18 per person per day in gratuities. For a family of 4 on a 7-day cruise, that's $336 to $504. Is it worth it? Yes. Your cabin steward, waiters, and behind-the-scenes staff work incredibly hard. They deserve to be tipped. But here's what you need to know. Some cruise lines include gratuities in the fare. This is great. You can prepay gratuities when you book to avoid a big bill at the end. You can adjust gratuities up or down based on service, but do it thoughtfully. My take: don't remove gratuities just to save money. These crew members rely on tips. If you had bad service, address it with guest services instead of stiffing the staff. Budget for gratuities from the beginning so you're not surprised. All right, let's bring it all together. Worth paying for. Drink packages if you drink a lot. Travel insurance always. One special dining experience. Shore excursions in unfamiliar ports. Gratuities, always. Not worth it. Photo packages. Wi-Fi unless you need it for work. Full-price specialty dining every night. Overpriced cabin upgrades. Spa services at full price. Here's the bottom line. Your cruise is already paid for. Everything else is optional. Spend money on things that genuinely enhance your experience and skip the rest. Now I want to hear from you. What's one thing you spent money on during a cruise that you totally regretted? Or what was worth every penny? Drop it in the comments. If this video saved you some money, hit that like button and subscribe for more cruise tips. I drop new videos every week. Thanks for watching and happy cruising. Before you leave, check out this video on hidden cruise costs nobody warns you about, or this one on how to cruise for less than $1,000. See you there.